So Devashis Prabhu, you know it is Kartik. You've given this title, and the whole purpose of Kartik is to give our heart to Krishna, to learn how to give to Krishna, how to become a devotee, and try to do everything for him. And you can hear in the background the gathering of devotees. And so, Prabhu, if you'd like to say a few words on the topic, and then I think that everybody here and everybody here on with us on the Zoom would be happy, and I think they will be happy in the temple room if you can share with them and they can share with you, because they're all very bubbly and hungry for association, and that's why we've all come together here on Zoom and in the temple. Devashis Prabhu.
Yes, Maharaj. So, of course, this quote is from Bhagavad Gita, of course, and it's from the famous verse Man Mana Baba Mad Bhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuro Mami Vaishasi Satyam Te Pratajani Priyoshina. It follows directly after Sarva Dharmam Parityaja in the 18th chapter, but it's also in another place in Gita too. Twice Krishna says this verse. I forget exactly where the other occasion is, but twice you'll find it in Gita. And it's a very beautiful verse. And as Maharaj rightly said, Guru Maharaj said, nowhere else, in no other scripture will you find the Lord so shamelessly pleading his case for us, to come to him, to surrender to him. That was a very wonderful thing. So I just want to read it very briefly, if I may, from Srila Govinda Maharaj speaking about this. So it's not very long. So someone asks Gurudev this question. I read in Srimad Bhagavad Gita that Krishna says, abandon all religions and come to me. Can you clarify the meaning of this? So Srila Govinda Maharaj replies, yes, all religions are actually one. The jiva souls must be attracted to their Lord, who is like an all-attractive magnet. The purpose of all the different kinds of religion practiced within this material world is to give the jiva souls consciousness about this, their main religion, their natural religion, divine attraction, and service to their Lord. We are not actually Hindu, Muslim, Christian, or anything. We are all actually jiva souls who are covered by the illusory environment. As jiva souls, we have the capacity for thinking, feeling, and willing. And when our natural conscious capacity will come into its own clean transcendental position, then we will automatically feel attracted by the Lord's divine form and be inspired to engage in his service. That's the main and real religion of all jiva souls. And in remembrance of that eternal spiritual religion, Krishna said to Arjuna, Sarva Dharmam Parityaja, Mamekam Sharanam Braja, Aham Tam Sarva Papebhyo, Moksha Yishami Ma Shuchaha. I shall give you the supreme in life if you take shelter at my lotus feet. Give up all other forms of religion and surrender exclusively to me. I will liberate you from all sin. Have no fear. What Krishna means is that the different kinds of religion practiced in this material world are not perfect forms of religion's actual nature, and that actual religion is to surrender to the Lord's lotus feet and engage eternally in his service. Krishna is teaching the conditioned souls, you are nonsense. You are tiny, insignificant souls. You can't understand what is good, what is bad, and so on. You should always avoid irreligion, that is, never worshipable. But not only that, you should also leave behind even your good knowledge, even your understanding of religion, even your idea of proper religious life for peace and harmony in the world. Just surrender to me. I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I control everything. I will take care of everything for you, as well as for everyone else. I will take care of the results of all your activities, whether they're religious or irreligious, good or bad. You have nothing to fear. I give you this assurance. Don't be fearful. Just surrender to me. Because you are very dear to me, I am advising you in this way. I'm the only person who can give everything to you. Surrender to me and act according to my direction. By serving me, you will be fully satisfied. Excuse me a moment.
And there's a note here from Tunga Rasadidi, and she's put a note in the box saying 9, verse 934 and 1865, which you were just mentioning.
Right, thank you.
The other
thank
verse
you, yeah.
is 934.
Then, sorry, I lost it. Oh, yeah. Only the Lord Krishna can say this, and it is a very serious matter. When Krishna says, Aham tam sarva papebhyo moksha ishami, I will liberate you from all sin, he means that he'll take full charge of a surrendered soul. It is actually the Lord's duty to mercifully accept. Sorry, I'm trying to let people in and out as well. So. It's actually the Lord's duty to mercifully accept the surrendered souls who fully realize their eternal spiritual position and offer themselves to him. He must say to them, yes, I am your Lord, and I am taking your whole charge. Krishna promises the jiva souls, Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dvesho stinapriya. Ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mai te tusha chapyaham. I don't interfere with the freedom of any jiva. But if any jiva soul surrenders to me and worships me, then I'll take special interest in him. I'll take his charge. I'll look after everything for him and satisfy him. Ananyas chintayantomam ye jana pariyapashyate. Tesham nitya biyuktanam yoga kemam vahamyaham. If any jiva soul fully surrenders to me and serves me with all his energy, then I'll give full satisfaction to him. And I myself will supply him with food, lodging, and all his necessities. Yoga kemam. It will not be necessary for him to think about his material life. He will only need to engage in my service. The Lord knows how he will take the surrendered souls back to the transcendental world. He knows how. He will promote them from the material world to the spiritual world. And the surrendered souls feel that. They feel the Lord's guardianship. When Krishna tells the conditioned souls, leave not only your irreligion, but your religion also, then a conditioned soul may ask, if I leave behind my pious activities, what are good for everyone in this world, then only my sinful activities will remain. So will I be left in a sinful position with nothing good to show for myself? The question can be answered by understanding that the whole material world, where the conditioned souls live, is actually an ocean of sin. It is a world constructed for the sinful souls who are averse to the Lord. Krishna Buli se jiva anadi bahirmukha. Generally, we know what sin is. It's a very simple thing. A sin is something unlawful in this world. But here in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna teaches a deeper idea. Krishna teaches that sin actually means anything not done for the Lord's satisfaction. He teaches that even pious activity is actually sinful if it's not done for the Lord's satisfaction. What the jiva souls do in the material world is very simple. They eat, sleep, fear, and enjoy. This is the simple summary of all the conditioned souls' activity. These activities may be done very piously by conditioned souls, but Krishna's final teaching in Srimad Bhagavad Gita is that if these activities are not done with Krishna consciousness, if they are not done for the satisfaction of Krishna, then they are all actually sin. Although they may be done in a way that is harmonious externally within the material world, they are actually the cause of bondage to the illusory environment if they are not dedicated to Krishna. It is written in the Vedas, Vedanta, Upanishads, and so on, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself says this. Many times in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna identifies himself as the Lord. He declares, Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhoktum cha prabhureva cha natu mam abhijananti tatvenatas javantite. I am the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the rightful enjoyer of everything. The conditioned souls who do not recognize me fall into the bondage of Maya. When Krishna says, Aham tam sarva papebhyo moksha yishami, I will liberate you from all sin, he means he will liberate you from the sinful world of Maya, from the world where it is a sin just to exist. In this way, Krishna shows the conditioned souls that all of their activity, even pious or general religious activity, is actually sinful if it is not done as surrendered service to his lotus feet. He also shows the conditioned souls that if they consciously enter the platform of transcendental service, then they can play there happily with no fear. Ma Shucha. Only when the Jiva soul surrenders to Krishna and serve him with their full energy, Manmana Bhava Madbhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuro, will they find proper adjustment in life. And that is true yoga. Srila Guru Maharaj also explained that after Krishna declared Sarva Dharmam Parityaja Mamekam Sharanambraja, abandon all varieties of religion and surrender unto me, his battlefield mentality was curtailed and he needed to end his conversation with Arjuna. When the word Braja came from his mouth, his mood softened. The sound of the word Braja brought Krishna's consciousness to Braja Dham. Sri Vrindavan Dham. If anyone says Braja, 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 their mind will think of Braja Dham. So why would Krishna not also think of Vrindavan when he said, Mamekam Sharanam Braja? When Krishna remembered Braja Dham at this time, he thought, what is Sharanagati? What is surrender? That exists in its supreme form only in Braja Dham. The word Braja actually means Gammam Kora Gachaha, move or go. Srila Guru Maharaj explained that Braja means dive deep into reality. Dive deep into the reality of Sharanagati. When Krishna remembered Braja Dham and the surrendered devotees of Braja Dham in this way, his mood changed. And he ended his conversation with Arjuna. He forgot Arjuna, actually. After his verse, Sarva Dharmam Parityaja, he thought, enough. What I have explained is sufficient, and it is not necessary for me to explain anything more at this time. He concluded by telling Arjuna, Idam te nata pakasya na bhaktaya kadachana na chashura rushave bhakcham na chammam bhayashuyate. Don't give this consciousness I have given to someone who is devoid of self-sacrifice, to someone who is not my devotee, to someone who does not engage in my service, or to someone who is envious of me. Krishna told Arjuna, Yate chasi tatakuru. Now you can do as you like. I have told you enough of what is necessary for you. It is not necessary for me to say anything more. I'm finishing our conversation. Now you can do as you like. Arjuna was Krishna's intimate friend, and he understood that if he said anything more, it would give pain to Krishna. So Arjuna immediately surrendered and said, Nashto moha smritir labha jat prasadan mayachuta stito smi gata sandheha karishe vachanam taba. You have undoubtedly been so merciful to me, and my illusion is now gone. I am now firmly situated in my real consciousness, and all my doubts are gone. I shall follow your instructions and do my duty. Then Krishna said, start the fighting. Arjun said, yes, this is my job as you have given it to me. So I shall finish it as soon as possible. Then you will get some relief. This is Krishna consciousness, acting fearlessly for the satisfaction of Krishna. Krishna is so beautiful and so merciful. We can see that all charm, ecstasy, love, and harmony exist within the Krishna conception. Kamba Dayalum Sharanam Brajena. Who shall we surrender to other than Krishna? Everything is present where Krishna is. In the final verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Sanjay says to Dhritarashtra, Jatra Yogeshwara Krishna Jata Prato Danurdara Tatra Srir Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Oh, foolish king, you are asking me so many things. How can you again ask me who will be victorious in the battle of Kurukshetra? You must understand that victory will always be wherever Krishna is. What can I say more than take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna? There we are.
Indeed.
Beautiful. Really beautiful.
Prabhu, perfect. If only we can put it in our heart and do it. This is the trick.
Really, yes, yes.
Prabhu, would you like me to gate crash the program next door? I did say to them that we'd love for you all to meet the devotees who are here and for them to meet you.
Of course, Maharaj, yeah.
All right, so let's go.
Crash away.
Crash away. And just before, we had the arti, everything after that. And just before that, Ananda Leela was asking about, so what's the most important thing for us to take away from the temple? Means to learn and take back with us to our home to make our life successful. And it is really the basis of give your heart to me, become my devotee, like this. That we're all trying to do that. Anyway, I'm going to go in the temple room now. Just wait a moment. Hey. Devotees, look, Hare Krishna devotees, and Divya Shakti Devi who was reading just now. This is the London Zoom, as you know, and their theme today is give your heart to me, become my devotee, and do everything for me. And I know you are trying to do that here. I know Saraswati up here. There's Pandita is there. Where's Pandita?
Is Pandita there?
Who is with you, Saraswati? Your picture is very small.
This is, I'm with Devananda Prabhu. He doesn't look like Pandita.
Oh, Devananda Prabhu. Very good, very good. Coming from Bournemouth. Jai, Dandavats Prabhu.
Dandavats Maharaj. Dandavats Maharaj.
And look, come and see our exalted gathering of Vaishnavas here. So everybody from like quite a lot of the world, they're here, including Gauranatha Prabhu from Brazil. Oh, I'm not pointing in the right direction. Okay, so here you can see, here's your country lady. Here's Ananda Leela. And here in Indulekha, I didn't tell her yet, but in England, when someone goes to jail, they give them the white and black striped t-shirt like that. And then you got Nadia Sundari Devi Rasi, empty chair, which was Krishna Kanta Devi. And here's Shanti. We got Nirupama Devi Dasi, the mum of 2 children, and her husband has just come to some relative safety, come to Govinda land. And Munundra Mohan Prabhu, Madhur, Ananda, two. So, Devashis Prabhu, perhaps you would like to answer Ananda Leela's question. She's asking, okay, we're coming to the temple, we're staying in the ashram for a few days, we're living the life in the temple for a few days. So what's the important thing to take home when we go back to our home? What should we learn from being in the temple and how to use our time properly here? She's Ananda Leela here, she's visiting us. She's come all the way from Brazil to be here, so as
Wonderful.
Sincere seeker. Srila Gurudev's Shishya from the early 2000s.
Yeah, so the theme of our talk today is the answer to your question. Give your heart to Krishna and become his devotee and do everything you do for him. And then your life will be perfect. And if you can make everything you do Krishna-centered, then whether you're in your house or whether you're in the temple or whether you're in the forest or whether you're on the bus or wherever you are, Krishna will always be the center of everything and you will always be connected with him. And Krishna says, my devotee is never lost to me and I am never lost to them. Now, this is the answer to your question.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, then the next question comes, what is the practical application of that when you are not living in a temple? And actually, you're a good person to answer that because you did live in a temple. And this actually, Ananda Leela was saying, but somebody lives in a temple for some time and then comes to their home. So what is the practical way? Because she wants to maintain like the mood and the inspiration that she's got from coming to the association of the devotees.
So you have to make your home at your temple, and even more important than your home being your temple, make your heart your temple. When Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was asked, is it your desire to make a temple of Lord Krishna in every town and village around the world? And he said, no, that is not my desire. My desire is to make a temple in the heart of every man, woman, and child in this world. That is my desire. So we can try to make our heart Krishna's temple and always remember him wherever we are and keep connection with the devotees, because Srila Guru Maharaj said 99.9% of your spiritual advancement will depend on your association. So keep the association of good devotees, either physically, meaning, like in your locality, or now it's very easy to connect with the devotees all over the world through the magic of the internet. And, then it's never been more easy to connect with the devotees around the world. So keep in connection with good devotees, devotees that inspire you, devotees that are sympathetic to you, and you'll be okay. And try to follow the spiritual program that Gurudev and Guru Maharaj has given to us. Every morning, chant something about Krishna, hear something about Krishna, and every evening, make that like your day, your sandwich, your day. You start in the beginning of the day with Krishna, and you end the day with Krishna, and then everything throughout the day will be connected with Krishna, because our mind is like a rocket. Whichever way you point it in, when you launch it at the beginning of the day, for the rest of the day, it's going to run in that way. So point your rocket towards Krishna every morning. And then when you come home tired in the evening, again, take shelter of Lord Krishna. And then your life will be perfect. And whoever you meet, as far as possible, try to tell them something about Krishna. Whatever it may be, whatever you can. what has benefited you in your life, try to share that with others. And this way, if you have no association, this way you'll make association. So association is very important, and not just who you associate with, but what you associate with as well. What you allow to enter into your consciousness. Try to keep that always, Krishna-centered, and then you'll be good. Everything will be good.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is also my own life experience.
And also we are in London today with devotees from so many places, but we've got Saraswati Devi there who can also share something from life experience, because Saraswati lived in Navadip in the temple, and she was very valuable, did many services there, direct services to Gurudev too. And she's also a householder. In fact, she's the only Western disciple that Gurudev actually arranged her marriage. So the only Western lady. Yeah. You know that, Saraswati? I'm sure you do. So Saraswati, if you could kindly open your microphone and can share something, because one thing I can say, everyone here is very practical. Everyone wants to be practically a devotee, not a theoretical devotee, but like a practical devotee, actually. Everyone's attracted and want to be successful. So Saraswati, please, a few words. And we're all here, Munindra and Madhusudan, and our Divya Shakti, she's bursting to say something. They're all say something.
It would be nice to hear from Divya Shakti Devi.
But first from Saraswati Devi.
Well, I think that we need to try to balance our time when it comes to service and when we have other responsibilities, maybe as a grihastra, or maybe living outside. You always have to make some time to dedicate to the service of your Gurudev. That is super important in our life, to be able to always keep Gurudev in the center of your activities. And no doubt there is a lot of, you have to do some sacrifices for that, whether it's to, wake up early or, I don't know, work a bit harder. But in life, you have to always do sacrifice, whether you are a tennis player or whatever it may be, or a businessman, you have to do a lot of sacrifice as well. So why not do some sacrifice for engaging in the service of your Gurudev, who is your everything to you, isn't it? We're taking our Gurudev is for life, isn't it? It's not for fashion or for just to be, it's a social club. No, it's not at all in any way like that. It is, it's a long-term relationship. And we need to really honor that and really, treasure that connection that we have received, which is really in this line is so exclusive connection with our guardians. So yes, we have to do some sacrifice, no doubt, and balance it. You have to leave some time obviously for your children or for your studies, and then also always make sure that you keep your times for festivals, if you live outside, for service, for special celebrations. Make sure that you participate and engage as much as possible. And of course, if you go to a temple and you engage in service and you are learning something there, you take that with you wherever you go. It's not like I go to the temple and I'm a devotee and I put the japa around my neck, and then when I go out, I do something completely different. Gurudev said we shouldn't be hypocrites. So we have to practice outside as we are practicing in the temple. And like Devashis Prabhu said, making your heart a temple and also making your home a temple as well. And I don't know, but I have seen it's very irregular practice. I have seen nowadays that the boga is not being offered. It is, oh no, I offered it in my mind. But it becomes more and more and more diluted every time. And then you're passing that to your generation after generation. So we have to try to be a bit focused in that and try to make a little altar and offer. And it's a little, it's some sadhana, some practice, regular practice. But just as, as Gurudev gave his whole life to the service of our mission, we also need to try to follow in their footsteps and try to serve as much as we can, isn't it? Anyway, I am very inspired by the program that devotees have in Italy. I always see Krishna Kanta, Munindra, and Shantinoyi, and Madhusudan, and all of them, super dedicated. I'm very inspired by their activities and beautiful promotion they do and programs, and amazing. Very inspiring to see that.
Jai.
Jai Shantimoyi and everyone there, Madhusudan and Krishna Kanta, Munundra Mohan, Prabhu, of course.
Look, here they are.
They're working.
Ready to say something to you also. By the way, Saraswati, really, it was necessary to point out that part about the offering of Bhoga, and we see that, yeah, I offered it in my mind. And this kind of thing, it's just one example of how we mustn't let the proper standards slip. And there are places we've been to in the villages in India where still until now, they won't eat anything which is not offered to the deity. And so the husband goes to work and he takes a tiffin, he takes his prasadam to work, and he won't eat in the restaurant or eat outside. He takes prasadam. And there's that devotee in Calcutta, one that did that. Anyway, we know the devotee, I forget his name, he's up the stairs. Anyway, there are one or two devotees I remember whose life was like that and is like that. And so practicing devotional service, it's not that we make ourselves do it, it's we get into the habit, and then we really can't think that we are going to not offer anything. It sort of becomes unthinkable. And that's the nature of the upper world. The upper world is they're doing everything for Krishna. And here, prasadam or food is so important. And as Gurudev said, that the Lord has given his mercy through prasadam. He said, if we can honor prasadam, then practically we've conquered the whole. So, these are big things to say. But, this is a big thing, big expressions which are there. And so it is just one example of how we must try to keep the standard which we know we should be doing, and not just, yes, I offer. We even know it happened that devotees, they go in the supermarket and they offer the whole supermarket, and then they buy it, and they do some magic. Really, we've got to be a little realistic. And then you ask, well, did you offer the meat as well? No, not that. Okay. Anyway, let's keep it on track. We've got two, as you said, Saraswati, exemplary devotees here. So we're giving them much pain by giving glorification. We've got Munundra Mohan, Madhusudan, who are right here, and in a moment also. I was going to say Divya Shakti, but she's chastising me already, so I better be careful. Munundra, speak a little loud because the microphone's here actually.
Not you.
No.
Speak.
Okay.
What shall I speak? These are all super qualified devotees. I wanna hear, not to speak. Dandavat Saraswati.
And many devotees.
Devashis, Dandavat, all Lavanya, Devarupa.
Tongarasa there.
Tongarasa.
So many devotees.
Dandavat all. Dandavat all.
Okay, Dandavat
And the theme is wholesale, give ourselves, Atmanivedana. Give heart to me, become my devotee, and do everything for me. Krishna request is 100%, not only little bit percent. So sooner or later we have to reach this stage, and for now we worship from far. I really don't understand so much this separation between Grihastha, living in the temple, living in the ashram, living in the family life. I mean, Srivas Thakur was a family man, Advaita Acharya was a family man, Sachimata was not living in the temple, Jagannath Mission was not living in the temple, Devashis is not living in the temple. Saraswati now is living in the temple, but for a long time. Not living in the temple. I mean, so many great devotees, they are not living in the temple. Sometimes living in the temple, you can be absent mind and do your routine and not meditating sincerely on your service. Right? While a Grihastha devotee can be super focused and super there with full heart and mind and service, and it is not matter of living in the temple, living in the house. We have so many examples of outstanding devotees that are not living in the temple. Living in the temple is for practitioners, actually. And the main thing, we are reading now the Brahmanas wives blessed. Why? Because they don't care formality, they just, Krishna is hungry, give him some food. Hungry, not angry. And that's the main thing, try to do what pleases Gurudev, Vaishnavas, and Krishna. Wherever we are, whatever situation we are facing, and this is our supreme goal to serve the lotus feet of Srila Rupa Goswami and all his associates, which this personality, they cannot stop 1 second to think about Krishna. We have the opposite problem, of course. They cannot stop. They are obsessed by Krishna. And they wanna sometimes maybe get rid of this obsession of Krishna. Their meditation is like it's not a meditation. It's not a practice. It's just full love and unlimited love and affection and attachment. So we worship that, and we are trying to do some labor of love. That's it. We are trying to be helpful in this family of das and das. In Srila Maharaj, Govinda Maharaj family, and that's all we need. We already got it. We have to treasure it. We have to value it, not to spoil with any aparad, any bad thing. So keep the Bhakti Lata healthy with much water of Shravana Kirtana and daily practice. That's all we need.
And one thing we've noticed with the devotees, interestingly, they all have a heart. Hare Krishna. Madhuranandaru, at least say hello to everybody. And Divya Shakti, I'll bring over there. Everyone's happy just to see you, Divya, but let them hear you for a moment or two, and I'm going to hold it. So no, sit
Let
down.
me go down.
Sit down, sit, please.
Sit like a dog.
Okay. Affectionately, please.
Dandavats. It's so nice to see everybody. Look at everyone. Look at everyone. Jai Saraswati Didi and Devashis Prabhu and Seva Rupa Didi. Again, I'm seeing you. You're everywhere. You're such an inspiration. Actually, all the devotees here are an inspiration. I'm so grateful to even be here. And Maharaj, you don't have to do this. This is too much for me. I can't handle it.
No fighting in the temple. Okay.
He's holding this.
I can do it.
You
Come
can
on.
put it over there.
Please tell him something.
Please tell him something. He's going to get the whip out at me. Anyway, this beautiful temple here is just an amazing place where they are practicing what they preach. You know, they are doing everything. The association here is like a crystal stone. I'm praying that it rubs off on me, and you will definitely get strength by number through associating with this devotee, with these devotees here, and your heart is melted by the service that they're doing here. This is like a self-sustained temple. They do everything for the center. They grow their own vegetables. And then they pick the vegetables, and then they cook the prasadam, and they distribute it. It's like the garden is so beautiful. The kiosk is so beautiful. The Bhagavad Gita class was so beautiful. It's so beautiful. They distribute so many books. Krishna Kanta just printed the second Bhagavad Gita, and it's just so alive and so focused and so enlivening. And I feel very enlivened here by this sadhana bhakti. And with Srila Madhusudan Maharaj here, what more can you ask for, you know? And you just want to do as he does, you know, like, what is that? When we were a kid, it was like Simon says, Simon does, you know? And you can just get so much strength and so much enlivenment in service life. And I recommend it to anyone to come and visit here, and just to follow the instructions of our senior devotees like Devashis and Srila Madhusudan Maharaj, and try to really upkeep our practicing life. We do need this practicing life. We can't try to skip over, you know, and think we're on some spontaneous platform. Gurudev established these temples all over the world. It says it in his songs, you know. He made so many ashrams for us. These ashrams are meant for us, and it's meant for our practicing life so that we can be strong and become attached to his lotus feet and to Krishna consciousness. So it's very important, and we shouldn't be lackadaisical. And the more we associate with each other, those that are doing this, the stronger we will become in our spiritual life. So, you know, I mean, we can all be nice and happy-go-lucky and smiley, but we've really got to try to practice, because that's what actually gives us real satisfaction in the heart, some real attachment. We want real attachment to Krishna consciousness, you know. We can't get it out of our minds. We can't get it out of our heads, you know. It's like embedded in our heart, embedded in our lives. So, you know, this sadhana bhakti is really, really important. So everybody keep doing as you're doing, and go on in your search for Shri Krishna reality, the beautiful. He's searching for us, and the Lord is very kind, more kind than we can imagine. We all get little glimpses of that, how merciful and kind he is to appear here and perform his pastimes in this Kartik time, and let us remember him. So anyway, how much longer can you hold this computer? My Dhanavats to all of you. I have nothing much to say.
Hare Krishna.
Anyway, it's all coming from above, you know, and it's a family. We're all family, you know, and we feel most comfortable in our family life, in our family. This is where our heart blossoms. And it's so amazing because, you know, I get all jammed up and everything when, you know, someone asks me to speak something, but once I start speaking, I begin to feel a little bit more and more comfortable. Like, these are actually my friends. These are like my real friends. They're not going to hurt me. You know, they're not going to, like, you know, find fault with me. You know what I mean? Because we all have faults. You know, I have so many faults, you know, but we're all trying to encourage each other in our spiritual life. So actually, it's very, very relaxing to talking to my family and my friends and my sisters and my brothers and my teachers and my gurus and everyone. So, you know, we all know this process, and this process is not about what our minds or what our ego thinks it's about. It's not about any of that. We actually become more enlivened and more relaxed and more happy and more, you know, hopefully beautified in our hearts. So anyway, my dandavats to all of you. It's so nice to see you, and hope to see you all soon again. And I'm not going to say that. Please forgive my offenses. I'm with my family. My dandavats. Dandavats.
And here's more of the family here. Kamala Sundari. Where's Kamala Sundari? Oh, you're heading. Okay. She went on pilgrimage today to one of the favorite places of Gurudev here in, not in Villa Govinda, but near Villa Govinda, down at the Leonardo da Vinci's boat which works without any power. Yes, she went there today, along with others. Wearing the prison suit. Induleka Devadasi. And here's Shanti. Anyway, so some of the devotees, some of them are setting up outside now. And then here we are again, Nadia Sundari Devadasi and Ananda Leela from Brazil. And more outside. So anyway, many thanks to you all for being here and meeting with in the temple room here, you know, the temple room in Villa Govinda. But today it is the London Zoom, and so we've been very happy to hear from Devashis Prabhu and the very relevant excerpt that he quoted to us, and with Saraswati, Devananda Prabhu, and with the London group in Ananda Sarupini, and Shyama Malini and the London group, but all of those who are joining us from various places. And Krishna Mohini Didi just joined us in from Spain, or maybe she was there before and I couldn't see. So our dandavats to you all, and they're going to chant Hari Haraya Nama Krishna now, the ending of the evening program. We're an hour ahead of London, so here it's 8:30, and so we'll take your leave with obeisances from us all. Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitana Dandavat.
Jai Srila Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki jai.
Jai Devashis Prabhu ki jai, and of course Jai Srila Gurudev ki jai, and Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Jai Gaur Hari. So I take your leave, and then we'll be together again soon with obeisances.